beautiful Split, Croatia, my amazing friends. I am so excited to show you this gorgeous seaside city that is stealing my heart. There is so much beauty here and I can't wait to share it with you. I'm in my beautiful Airbnb right now, which is actually an old stone house, and I found it pretty last minute, so I'm super excited about it and super excited about its uniqueness. If you guys have never used Airbnb before, I do have a discount code which I believe can save you $37 on your first time with it. So yeah, check it out down below if you're interested. I'm actually here in Split alone. This is the very last few days of my trip to Croatia. So I booked myself into this cozy little place to enjoy a full day in Split, which is today, and I'm back to Roma tomorrow. I did spend the morning out exploring a little bit. I went to the market to get breakfast. I had some amazing fresh Croatian figs, which they taste like heaven. I wish I could just carry a giant bag full all the way back to Roma. I'm going to check out a recommendation I got for a lunch place here, which is actually Mexican food, I think, but my friend Lauren, she was here a couple weeks ago, and her husband Jordan went there, and it was one of their favorites. And it's been a long hot minute since I've had some Mexican food. It is one of my favorite types of cuisine, so the fact that I think I can find some of it here, I might have to indulge for lunch. So let's go exploring.
Welcome to Split, Croatia. Split is actually Croatia's second largest city and the largest city of the region of Dalmatia, with about 200,000 people living in its urban area. It lies on the eastern shore of the Adriatic Sea. Split, Spalato in Italiano, is a great place to see Dalmatian life as it's really lived. Always buzzing, this exuberant city has just the right balance between tradition and modernity. Step inside Diocletian's Palace, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the world's most impressive Roman monuments. Inside of the palace, you'll see dozens of bars, restaurants, and shops thriving amid the atmospheric old walls where Split has been humming along for thousands of years.
Alright guys, so lunch was absolutely delicious. Everything in there was actually vegan, which was amazing, and it was so nice to get so many veggies in. I had the vegan burrito bowl and an all-natural lemonade, which was just freshly squeezed lemons, which was fantastic. I feel so good at getting all those fruits and veggies in for a full afternoon of exploring. Now let's go see all of the beauty that Split has to offer. Okay guys, I hope you have been enjoying the beautiful sights of Split. It is around 6 p.m. now, and I'm actually on my way to La Playa, to the beach. So it was super hot this afternoon. I went back to my Airbnb, the beautiful, castle Airbnb, and I stayed in for a couple hours. I did work. I always work when I'm on these like vacations. And I had a live stream with my Patreon community. It's been so hot, like it still is very hot. I do see a couple of darker clouds above me, but I gotta go for a swim, especially because I'm going back to Roma, and I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be able to swim in this beautiful, luscious sea. Honestly, I'm gonna dip in, and I might get my hair wet. And if I do, I'm probably just gonna body shower afterwards. Not so much like to have salt on my body after swimming in the ocean, but sometimes I like how my hair feels. Like not when it's too salty, but just after like one rinse and wash, it gets voluptuous, which is not normale for me. So we're gonna go down, have ourselves a little pre-dinner dip, and then we'll get ready to have an evening, a solo dinner, just me and you guys. Okay guys, I'm going in, and one actually frequently asked question I get from you guys is when you are alone and you're swimming, what do you do with your things? So as you might have seen, this other beach across here in Split is super busy and it's like all sand and just super crowded. So I just didn't feel comfortable going swimming there. And it also is very shallow. It's still shallow right here, but shallow for much longer on the way in. So I just didn't feel comfortable going out there with my camera, with my phone and all that. So I'm just at a little hop off, I don't even know what you call this, like a cement block, and I'm going to take my little dip in and just pop out, just like I said, just to get refreshed before dinner. So yeah, there we go. We'll go and hopefully this doesn't get napped. Okay guys, so I had a beautiful dip in the sea. I just finished getting ready for dinner. I've just body showered, so the salt was off my body, and I'm sporting my lovely Oysho dress that I got in Barcelona last summer. And I let my hair dry a little bit, probably just gonna keep it like this. I've got a couple things to do, just in regards to work-wise before I head out, but not too long now, so we can enjoy our last beautiful evening in Croatia together. I'm looking forward to having a glass of rosé beside the sea with some olive.
When the high wall, no, you needed space, but I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna miss it. A few thousand miles in an ocean away, but I see the sunrise, oh, just like the other day. Picture your eyes as I fall asleep. Tell myself it's alright.
Okay guys, so I didn't get my olive, my olives, but I did get my rosé and my sea view, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful evening in Split. I had dinner, had a good salad and rosé and sparkling water, and I just wandered around the old streets, and it's just amazing, the entire palace, just walking through there, just knowing how ancient it is and just what the Romans were capable of. I always love to get lost in that. So it was wonderful. I'm sorry I didn't film so much of it. I just was really absorbed in the moment, and I definitely recommend Split to everyone. And wandering around there in the nighttime is just so important. Like, it's completely different in day than it is night, similar to the entire city of Rome, I would say. But it was beautiful. I felt like I was just wandering through a giant castle, and I went back to the same place that I went to for lunch because I was eyeing up their desserts in the window, all their raw desserts in the window before I left. Unfortunately, I was so full after lunch I couldn't manage a dessert, but you know, after dinner I was like, yeah girl, we're gonna go get ourselves some raw cake. So this is like raw carrot cake, I guess. This is like coconut cream, I think. The gentleman who was working there told me that this one was his favorite one. I don't think I've ever shared this with you guys, the story I'm about to tell you. But when I lived in Toronto, I lived on Bathurst Street. I lived near the Annex. If any of you are from Toronto, holla down below, I would love to know. So I lived in the Annex, like on the corner of Bloor and Bathurst, and there was this store that was like an alternative living store, and they had crystals and spiritual books. Every Sunday I would go to this store and I would just hold the crystals. Occasionally I would buy one if I found one that I really liked, but I would hold the crystals and I'd wander around and like read the books on astrology and like spirituality, everything magical. And I would then get myself a raw vegan cake and then go home and like eat it and manifest living in Rome. Like that was my tradition for honestly probably 4 or 5 months before I moved, and I loved it so much. And this raw cake looks exactly like the raw cakes that they had at that shop, so I just knew I had to get one and just, you know, celebrate how far I've come in the past 2 years, because it's coming up to 2 years of living in Rome, and it's amazing. It's a dream come true, and I wanted to give a shout out to all of you who have followed me since then, and even then, if you who have recently come to my channel, taken a little dive in the videos and just supported me, it means the whole world. So this raw vegan cake in Split in my castle Airbnb, this is for you, okay? This is for you. And I'm just so excited to share even more adventures with you, and wishing you the best night. Honestly, it's like 9 p.m. and I'm just gonna eat this cake, probably watch a YouTube video and go to sleep because I'm back to Rome tomorrow. But thank you so much for enjoying Split with me, for just following along, and I love you, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!
I wish I could feel